The night was cold and damp as I trudged through the dense, foreboding woods, guided only by the dim light of my flickering flashlight. The trees loomed overhead, their skeletal branches reaching out like bony fingers, eager to snatch away any hint of warmth or comfort. My footsteps echoed eerily through the silence, and the crunch of fallen leaves beneath my boots seemed to carry with it a sense of impending dread. I had heard whispers in the nearby village about the abandoned hut hidden deep within the heart of these woods. Legend spoke of a family that had lived there decades ago, a family that had mysteriously disappeared without a trace. Some said they were victims of an ancient curse that clung to the desolate place like a shroud, while others claimed that the hut was haunted by vengeful spirits seeking retribution for long-forgotten sins. Driven by a mixture of curiosity and foolish bravery, I found myself standing before the dilapidated structure. The hut emerged from the shadows like a specter, its weather-beaten walls sagging under the weight of years of neglect. The windows were shattered, and the door creaked ominously as I pushed it open. The air inside was thick with the scent of decay, and the feeble beam of my flashlight struggled to pierce the oppressive darkness. As I explored the desolate rooms, the floor creaked beneath my weight, and the silence of the hut was punctuated only by the distant howls of the wind. In one corner, I discovered a crumbling staircase leading down to a cellar. The air grew colder as I descended into the unknown, my flashlight flickering with each step. The cellar was a labyrinth of narrow corridors and low ceilings, and the oppressive darkness pressed in from all sides. I could feel unseen eyes watching me, and the air seemed to vibrate with an otherworldly energy. As I ventured deeper into the bowels of the hut, I stumbled upon a room that sent shivers down my spine. The walls were adorned with crude drawings that seemed to writhe and twist in the dim light. Distorted faces stared back at me, their hollow eyes following my every move. I tried to dismiss it as a product of my overactive imagination, but the unease in the pit of my stomach only deepened. The temperature plummeted as I reached the heart of the cellar, where a lone, flickering candle illuminated a tattered journal resting on a rotting wooden table. I gingerly opened the journal, its brittle pages revealing the haunting tale of the family that had once called this forsaken place home. The patriarch, a man named Elias, had delved into dark rituals in a desperate attempt to harness forbidden powers. As the entries progressed, the tone shifted from hopeful anticipation to desperate pleas for salvation. The final pages spoke of a malevolent force that had consumed the family, driving them to madness and sealing their fates within the very walls of the hut. A guttural moan echoed through the cellar, and the candle flame flickered violently. Panic gripped me as I stumbled backward, my eyes darting around the room. Shadows seemed to dance on the walls, taking on grotesque shapes that writhed and contorted in the dim light. The air grew thick with a suffocating malevolence, and a voice whispered through the darkness, a ghostly wail that seemed to reverberate through the very foundations of the hut. In a desperate bid to escape the encroaching horror, I sprinted back through the winding corridors of the cellar, the oppressive darkness clawing at my sanity. As I ascended the creaking staircase, the air grew heavier, and the temperature dropped to a bone-chilling cold. I could feel a presence behind me, a malevolent force that reached out with icy fingers to drag me into the abyss. The hut seemed to groan and shudder as I burst through the broken door into the night. The woods outside were alive with unseen terrors, the trees whispering secrets that sent shivers down my spine. I ran, my breath coming in ragged gasps, until I stumbled out of the woods and into the open expanse of moonlit fields. The abandoned hut loomed in the distance, a dark silhouette against the pale glow of the moon. I dared not look back, fearing the specters that might still pursue me. The air was heavy with the weight of the supernatural, and the distant howls of the wind seemed to carry with them the anguished cries of the tormented souls trapped within the cursed walls. I never returned to those woods, haunted by the memories of that accursed night. The abandoned hut remained a macabre relic, a testament to the darkness that lurks in the forgotten corners of the world. The whispers of the past lingered in the wind, warning any foolish enough to venture near that some places are best left undisturbed, their secrets buried in the shadows for eternity.